K Sports Thursday. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. And is at the 2 with Daniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for New York, Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 4. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
They grab their own miss. Out to DiVincenzo. Takes the 3. The shot misses.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the chance.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
DiVincenzo against Bridges. That one drops for him.
High percentage look right off the bat.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Robinson on the wing. Oh, deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Now here's Bridges. Anunoby, a screen on DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo with the steal. Fires the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, BA. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Pass to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Edwards a screen on Bridges. For 3, DiVincenzo. On target from range. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. There's the screen. Here's Randle. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, that's Randle working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Outside Anunoby from the arc. That shot off.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Edwards. Drives to the hoop. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, in pick and roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Bridges down low. McDaniels covering. Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
NBA, he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days, but in the end he has carved out one heck of a career.
Now here's Edwards, and Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter. Randle finds Edwards, fires in the triple. 5 points in the game.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Towns passes to Bridges. Outside Robinson. Outside Hart. Bridges outside. Launches a three. New York again can't hit.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And he gets that one.
Anthony
Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Bridges passes to Robinson. Back to Bridges. Outside Hart. Robinson, a screen on DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels.
New York ball.
Hart, the open shot. Gets a very good look and converts.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Such a wide open look.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Three-pointer Bridges buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He put together 10 points. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at point guard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Towns. No made baskets yet. 6 on the shot clock. Driving to the basket. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, you can see the work Karl Anthony Towns put in on that handle. That was special.
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees.
The offensive foul is charged to Dante DiVincenzo.
All matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Right side, DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo on the wing. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Edwards. Edwards driving. And Edwards slams it in.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Towns, a screen on DiVincenzo. Kicks it out, Towns. The 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. There's the drive. Randle finds McDaniels. Over Towns. Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Kicks it out to Anunoby. There's the triple. Drops in the 3. Anunoby's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the first half. Anunoby, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Anunoby for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Now McDaniels. No points so far. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Randall. Bridges against McDaniels. No good with a layup. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Here's DiVincenzo making his mark again. He's shooting 4 for 9 in this one.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Anunoby, a screen on DiVincenzo for 3. Bridges. Randall pulls down the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Edwards with it. Towns covering for 3. Randall bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Outside Anunoby. Robinson, a screen on McDaniels. To the middle. To halt the run, Robinson finds Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Randall left side. Over Towns. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's Minnesota. They're up 7. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Precious Achiuwa is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's a 40 in at the 5. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half.
Timberwolves lead 27-20.
Ingles against Tucker. Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. And he drives in. Can't hit from in close.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Achiuwa with a screen on Reed. Here's Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Miller. Back to Alexander Walker. Miller, a screen on Brunson. Here's Alexander Walker. The Knicks with the rebound. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Brunson. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Minnesota has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Porty grabs the board. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That's on Joe Ingles.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
For the lead. That one no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Outside Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Knicks on D. They trail by 1. Pass to Miller. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Brunson outside. And it's Brunson again missing. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Minnesota shooting their first free throw in this game. The free throw drops for Ingles.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Miller on the wing. Back to Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Achua with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Brunson outside. And now the T-Wolves on the break. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Into the lane. The kick out to Ingles. Dives for it. Here's Miller. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he drops the first.
At the line, 2 shots.
Miller hits them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Brunson outside. 4-3. Brunson nails it.
We call that, folks, the stop and pop. Jalen Brunson with the pull-up J.
Timberwolves lead 34-31.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Minot. And there's the drive. Count that one. And here's Brunson. 11 points in the game. Achua with a screen. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Now, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. And the shot goes in. Reed's gotten his first points in this one.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Unable to get that one. And he can't get that one. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, up 5. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Minnesota, and is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. And an Obi for 3. Randle pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 7. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Randle, covered by Towns. Here's McDaniels. Hook it. And it's Randle with the assist.
Assist from
Randle's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
Three-pointer Bridges drains the triple.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
36.
Up top, DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Bridges. DiVincenzo can't hit.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Robinson, a screen on Edwards. Bridges passes to Anunoby. And the Knicks, another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Outside, DiVincenzo, down low, Gobert. The contact, not enough to bother Gobert at the rim.
Over the course of his career, Rudy Gobert has become so much better finishing inside.
Bridges with it, now guarded by McDaniels. Right side, Anunoby. The 3 is up. They get it back. Puts up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Hart. Can't tie it up. That one misses. DiVincenzo against Bridges. And here's Edwards outside. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To tie it up. Here's Robinson. Oh, he misses the dunk.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Randle outside. A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo against Anunoby. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Anunoby, a screen on DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo against Anunoby. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet. Good night.
DiVincenzo against Bridges. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 1:07 left to play in the fourth quarter. Yep, count it.
Fearless, confident competitor Bridges with the delivery.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Outside Edwards. DiVincenzo against Bridges. The kick out to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. And it's in.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Anunoby, a screen on DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Anunoby. No No good on the triple. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Edwards a screen on Bridges. Here's DiVincenzo, and he goes in for the dunk.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Fires for three. Gets the three ball to go. And now it's a 9-point Minnesota lead. And so it's Minnesota with the... Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
This Thursday. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening line. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Knicks, Towns is out there with Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at point guard.
Oh, Jokic attacking the rim and brings it down hard.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Here's Bridges. Denver able to drain the 3. Over Watson. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Watson kicks to Murray. Jokic inside, guarded by Robinson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
3-second violation. Knicks ball.
For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. For the 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Hard against Murray. To stop the run. Second shot opportunity. Robinson misses.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Down low, here's Watson. And he banks in the lane.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And Jokic long enough to get to that ball and control it.
And the timeout call here by Tom Thibodeau. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Show him some love.
Bridges outside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Finally, after all those plays, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
Now here's Murray. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Jokic. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Jokic has got 6.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Murray, the pass to Watson. Back to Murray. Launches it. Robinson with the block.
Such good instincts from Robinson there to throw that one away.
Murray for 3. Hands it from downtown.
Murray.
Knicks trail by 14. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. There's the drive, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And you see the confidence Bridges exudes. Just gets right at the rim.
Murray finds Jokic. Bridges against Murray. And there's Bridges on the assist by Robinson. He's got 7.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Training.
16. 7.
Here's Here's Murray. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now, here's Bridges. 7 points in the game. Here's Brown. Lob pass to Gordon. Towns with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Robinson. Banked in off the glass.
This is what Robinson does. Puts it in when he's around the tip.
The Nuggets lead by 9. Jokic kicks to Watson. And a miss there on the triple. On the wing, Anunoby. Off target from outside. Here's Jokic. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Denver on top, up by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
On the attack right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
We've got Mitchell Robinson. Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Hart in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Towns with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Hart with it. Still without a basket. Just 5 to shoot. Anunoby passes to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
And Mitchell Robinson's mobility on display there, setting a solid screen and then a direct cut to the basket.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. The kick out to Anunoby. Robinson sets a screen for Anunoby. New York needs to get off a shot. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Bridges for 3. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
15.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Murray, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Trailing by 10. From outside the arc. Towns, no luck. Bridges with the steal. Anunoby has the open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jump, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
D.A., it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
2 minutes.
Three-pointer. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Hard against Murray. Knocked loose. Stolen by Robinson. Hart the pass to Bridges. Shoots the three. Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Hart.
And he can hurt you from there. He must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
Murray against Bridges. Murray dishes to Gordon. Launches a three. Murray, no good. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Bridges outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
If Bridges attacks with that kind of force, it's really hard to not foul him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Bridges. You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court, and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious. Well, that's a crafty finish around the basket. Murray fearing nobody on that possession.
Taken away. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Watson the pass to Brown. Lots of room. Robinson pulls it in.
Now, he'd love to make him pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Bridges outside. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Ahead by 9 is the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Porter. Dario Saric is out there with Jordan. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2 spot. This one for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Saric has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Knicks trail by 9. Brunson outside. Six to shoot. Brunson being aggressive.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Brunson against Westbrook. And it's in there. Westbrook's got his first 2 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Saric.
Westbrook quick to find the open man that time.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. The Nuggets leading by 11. On the wing, Porter shoots it up. It's hauled in by Achua. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. To the paint. The dunk by Achua.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
Nuggets have gone 3-5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson, going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
The kick out to Porter. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Brunson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Westbrook. Yes, that goes in. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
So active to score from a number of spots, but when Westbrook gets to the inside, he can do damage.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Brunson against Westbrook. Kept alive. Brunson kicks it to Tucker. There's 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 9. And here we go. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. And Wright pulls it down. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Brunson scanning the floor. The 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. And stolen by Achua. To the left wing. From past the arc. Brunson with another miss. For Denver, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Westbrook. Brunson with some nice D.
That was a clever move to try to lose the defender in midair there, even if he didn't knock down the shot.
Just 5 on the clock. Tucker with the ball. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
There's Porter with the 3. They get the rebound. Westbrook kicks to Porter. There's the 3. Here's Jordan out to Saric. Outside, Porter fires for 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Mikal Bridges out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Watson with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Going inside. And Watson slams it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And he's able to get it back. On the wing, Anunoby. Murray against Bridges. Jokic with this screen on Bridges. Murray looking around. Shoots it. Buries the jump shot.
Murray.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Anunoby. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Brown. Pass to Murray. To the wing on the left. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. That shot missing. Knicks trail by 13. Inside. Knocked away. Over to the left wing. Watson for three. And the three ball is good.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Shot to stop the run. The long distance three is buried.
Yeah, you don't expect Mikal Bridges to knock you out with a shot from that distance.
48-35.
To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. And the layup is good.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
The Nuggets leading by 11.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Murray outside. There's a screen. And stolen by Anunoby. Here's the break. Here's Hart. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now, here's Watson. He's guarded by Anunoby. Outside for Murray. Here's Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And another miss by Denver. And here is Bridges. Pass to Hart. There's the triple. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Hart's got it back down to within single digits for New York.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray, the pass to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Bridges finds Towns. Back to Bridges. And stolen by Watson. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hard against Murray. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Bridges outside. Jokic with the steal. Here's Watson. And they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 16. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building. Thanks so much, David.
Thank you, fans.
And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
For 3, Randle, pure from three-point range. I grant 2 of the West's most formidable squads going at it here.
You know, B.A., looking to prove who is the one to beat in their conference. You love this elite level of competition. This is a chance to show who is the best in the West.
Now here's Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Jokic. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passes.
DiVincenzo against Murray. DiVincenzo, the pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Driving inside. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. Inside. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Outside McDaniels. Stolen by Jokic. And they're pushing it up for the finish. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's McDaniels. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
For 3, DiVincenzo. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Murray. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. The drive by Jokic. Randle pulls down the board.
We love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What else is the defense supposed to do with Gobert driving? It's basically foul him or get out of the way.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position. But his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
With all the attention that Murray gets, smart by Jamal to dish it on that play.
Edwards a screen on Murray. Outside Edwards. DiVincenzo against Murray. From behind the arc. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Randle, the pass to DiVincenzo. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic with it. Randle's in his pocket. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Timberwolves trail by 3. DiVincenzo with a screen on Gordon. Out to DiVincenzo. It's McDaniels on the wing. Randle, the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert over Jokic. Gobert no good. Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. McDaniels with the rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Randle, the pass to DiVincenzo. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Now here's Jokic. Jokic with a screen on Randall. Watson. Off target with the three.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And stolen by Gobert. To the inside. The ball's knocked loose. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Murray passes to Brown. Watson with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Murray for three. Gets the three to fall.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Back to Murray. Good if it goes. He knocks it down.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
They're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
While this call may not decide the game, always prefer to get it right.
And so both teams. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
On the court for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the three.
Known for his defense, Gordon chipping in with a steal to ignite the break.
Murray from outside, connects from downtown. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. DiVincenzo with it. He has 7. Edwards can't hit.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Brown passes to Gordon. Here's Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. DiVincenzo with it. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Randall with the drive. For 3, DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Denver. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And it's Jokic missing. And so Randall will bring it up for the T-Wolves. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Outside for Randall. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Here's Brown. McDaniels covering. And Gordon with the big finish.
So this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
Edwards a screen on Murray. The kick out to Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. Denver leading by 9. The drive by Watson. Brown passes to Watson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Right side Edwards. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Denver has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Brown. Reverses. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Back to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. For 3, DiVincenzo. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Outside Edwards. Randall is screened on Murray. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Up top, DiVincenzo, defended by Murray to stop the drought. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. DiVincenzo's got 10 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Murray's shot is good.
You see the speed there. Love watching Murray go right towards the rim and convert.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
50 seconds left in the first half. Second shot opportunity. Murray deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. To the paint.
Well, with Edwards, you have to contend with his energy and intensity at both ends.
Jokic against Randall. Outside Edwards. It's good! Edwards, what strength!
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Murray against Edwards. Murray passes to Brown. Screen by Gordon. Down low. And Gordon with the big finish.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And here's Gobert from the arc. And so it's Denver, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Joe Ingles. Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Minot. Reid sets a screen. From deep. Westbrook with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the middle. Saric, the pass to Jordan. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
The kick out to Ingles. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. Reid, a screen on Westbrook. 4-3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Here's Porter. And And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
The elegance of Porter Jr.'s shot. I mean, he can make it look so pretty.
Reed sets a screen. The wide open shot is on the money. Now here's Westbrook. Still without a bucket. Up top, Porter. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Catch and release. Porter Jr. is so quick. Tough to close out on.
Here's Alexander Walker. Knocks down the triple. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Up top, Westbrook. Covered by Alexander Walker. Westbrook, the pass to Porter. Back to Westbrook. Up top, Porter. Pass to Jordan. Stolen by Reed. Right side, Ingles. Uncovered. And that's good for two. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Nuggets foul. Westbrook. First personal foul. First team foul.
Miller hits them both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Reed for three. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Jordan. Out to the right wing. There's the triple. Minot pulls it in.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Great box out. Walled him off and hauled it in.
Outside Porter. Here's the three. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his fourth assist with that last one.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
The Nuggets lead by 6. Pass to Strother. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Westbrook, the pass to Jordan. Back to Westbrook. Down low. Jordan misses. Minnesota has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. The drive by Miller. Count the basket. And now it's just a 4-point Nugget lead.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Here's Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's gotten 4 this quarter.
In the paint, Westbrook's agility makes him a tough cover. He just slips past the D and gets his shot.
Reed, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Alexander Walker. That three's off the mark. And here's Westbrook. Inside. Jordan inside. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the 3. McDaniels can't hit. Denver leading by 8. Murray passes to Watson. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota shooting pretty well at 45%. DiVincenzo on the wing. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Here's Brown. Plenty of room to knock down that one. And now it's an 11-point Denver lead. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Wow. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Back come the Nuggets on the run. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And once Gordon spots an open guy, he immediately moves the ball. Just well-coached offense right there.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. Now Edwards. Edwards on the move. And Edwards slams it in.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Randall deciding where to go with it. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Superior strength on display. Randall just refusing to let the defense slow him down there.
The free throw drops for Randall. The Nuggets lead by 6. Outside Murray. To the wing on the left. Here's Brown. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist of the night.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Pass to Jokic. Launches it. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Randall is screened on Murray. For 3, DiVincenzo. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Watson passes to Brown. And here's Jokic. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Denver with another.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
DiVincenzo against Murray. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Five to shoot. Back to DiVincenzo. Let's go with a 3. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammates.
Here's Murray. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
DiVincenzo against Murray. Edwards for 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Edwards against Murray. Pass to Brown from deep. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
McDaniels from long range. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Gordon with it. He's picked up by Edwards.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
DiVincenzo with the screen on Gordon. Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. To tie it up. Can't cash it in. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce,
it's Robinson, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Bridges dishes to Robinson. Here's Towns, and rejection by McDaniels.
The length of McDaniels, a big factor at both ends.
Plenty of space. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Bridges, no one around him. Gobert pulls it in. Bridges with the steal. About a minute played so far here in the first. Anunoby a screen on DiVincenzo. Bridges passes to Anunoby. New York, no good that time either. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. Driving in and finished off by McDaniel.
I'll tell you, McDaniels eats up ground in a hurry.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle with.
Now DiVincenzo after Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. McDaniels finds Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Randall passes to Edwards. It's up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Beating the buzzer just by a whisker. Edwards with the flair for the dramatic.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Anunoby. To end the run. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Gobert. Outside for Randall. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Knicks trail by 4. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Bridges shot. Good.
A capable shooter from all 3 levels, and Bridges with the smooth release.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Towns a screen on DiVincenzo. Bridges outside. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The Knicks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. That puts them in the lead. Bridges got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. To end the cold streak, and Edwards with the stop.
Rising up for the throwdown. Major hops from Edwards.
Bridges outside. DiVincenzo with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, sinks the three-pointer.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Here's Bridges. Can't hit from in close. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him.
And that does it for the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Goodness, Mikal Bridges, thundering slam off the bounce.
Edwards, screen on Bridges. Right.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the raft.
Robinson, a screen on DiVincenzo. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Back to Bridges. The shot from the low post is good. Bridges has got 6 here in this quarter.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
DiVincenzo kicks to Randle. Back to DiVincenzo. Randle against Towns. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. DiVincenzo against Bridges. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. We've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Towns against Randle. Here's Hart. Randle grabs the board.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Bridges outside. It's deflected. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Out to McDaniel. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by New York.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Bridges for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. McDaniels finds Edwards. Here's the three. Edwards with confidence.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Anunoby, a screen on DiVincenzo. The kick out to Anunoby. 1:05 left in the first half. And it's hard penetrating. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Bridges for three. And they get it. And it's good off the glass. Towns has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Karl-Anthony Towns. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Confident jump shot from DiVincenzo. He's a pretty selective shooter. He doesn't waste many possessions. He does a nice job with shot quality.
DiVincenzo against Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Inside. And Towns throws it down.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important, the timing of that roll, and shows good finishing ability on the move.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Achua is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Accordi in at the 5 spot.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections, he goes after loose balls, he gets you extra possessions on the glass, he steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Here's Reed, and Wright pulls it down.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Brunson outside, out to the wing. Now here's Tucker, not a lot of room. For the tie. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Pass to Reed. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Reed's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And that one's good. Brunson.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Dillingham. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Dillingham with it, right there. Dillingham with the bucket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play. Getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And here's Brunson. 5 points in the game. Third quarter here, and 10 minutes to come off the clock.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for him.
Brunson slicing through.
And I like seeing Brunson drive inside. Good at just keeping the pressure on the defense.
Here's Dillingham. He's got 6. At the top of the key, Reed. Miller sets a screen for Reed. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Brunson scanning the floor. Floats one up. Nice. Brunson working inside.
Amazing floater from Brunson. He continues to show how dangerous he can be.
Ingles with a screen on right. Off target from 3-point range.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Brunson.
Oh, gritty make by Brunson. That guy plays way bigger than his size.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Reed with a screen for Conley. Pass to Reed. Got a hand on it. Now here's Brunson. 12 points for him. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Achua kicks to Brunson. Brunson takes off. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Now, Alexander Walker. And he gets the bucket. Alexander Walker's got his first points of the game. From deep, Brunson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
They force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
Edwards, a screen on Bridges. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Knicks trail by 4. Jacks up a 3. Bridges misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Bridges with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. And then Robinson slams it in.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Wasted no time on that one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels against Hart. McDaniels passes to Randall. Clock is at 3. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Anunoby. And the Knicks hit again from deep. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Edwards, a screen on Bridges. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Bridges with the board. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Gobert with the block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
It's stolen by Gobert.
Great D there. Just quick hands on that one.
Pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo with the screen for Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Bridges outside. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Lets a floater go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. With the clock winding down. Hart wide open. He fires. And it's off from 3-point range. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Edwards with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Bridges. 58 seconds left in the fourth. Edwards, a screen on Bridges. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. It's good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
DiVincenzo. Good!
Woo-hoo! Yes, DiVincenzo. What a gamer. Somebody who lives for these kind of big moments. Watch out.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Anunoby. Down low.
When Towns is hammering.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been.
Second team foul.
This is some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
And here is DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards from the arc. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win
Welcome from the Mile High City. It's Thursday afternoon and we've got basketball on the... Now, New York starting five. We've got Mikal Bridges. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Hart in at the 2. And for the Nuggets, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Brown, always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. And we're about a minute into the first. Got a piece of it.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
Screen by Robinson. Here's Bridges. Pass to Hart. 6 to shoot. Back to Bridges. Wide open look. Count it. Good.
Well, in catch and shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Bridges against Murray. Jokic with a screen on Bridges. Here's Murray. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's New York. Doris, it's hard to believe that Knicks' title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, BA, what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
Anunoby can't get it to go. The Nuggets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Offensive rebound. The Knicks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Robinson, a screen on Gordon. Anunoby passes to Towns. And the three-pointer goes.
The defense must chase Karl Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
Murray scanning the floor. Jokic with a screen on Bridges. Murray passes to Jokic. For 3. Hart pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Intercepted. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Murray against Anunoby. Jokic with a screen on Anunoby. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Bridges with it. Checked by Murray. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Fades away. And it's Jokic missing. Knicks leading by 3. 1:06 left in the first quarter. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Murray for 3. And again, it's Denver missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Hart finds Towns. Outside Anunoby. Three-pointer. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Nuggets trail by 5. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Murray's shot is good.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bridges has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Jokic passes to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And that does it for the first quarter. New York out in front. They lead by 4. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Well done.
Bridges outside. Here's Towns. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Murray passes to Jokic. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want, and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Go credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5.
What a dynamic drive by Murray, upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Bridges outside. The 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Murray passes to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
Bridges outside. The teardrop. Tries again. Robinson. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Next foul on Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. A shot by Brown, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. He takes it in, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, give it to him at the rim, OG Anunoby. That's power, athleticism, beautifully done.
Murray passes to Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
On the wing, Murray. He's got 7. Offline with a 3. Knicks leading by 4. Anunoby finds Robinson. Kicks it out Towns. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Towns. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
Well, beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Here's Watson. A shot from the low post is good. Watson's got 6 here in the quarter. The Knicks have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Bridges with it. He's got 12. High arcing shot. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's got 9.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Bridges outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the 3. The shot by Brown, no good. New York leading by 3. Now here's Bridges. Stolen. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Knicks. Up, Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Michael Porter out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Strother in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Outside for Porter. Lets it fly. And there's Saric on the assist by Porter. Saric has got his first points of the night.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
Achua with a screen on Westbrook. And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Jordan with the rebound. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Denver shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
Achua with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Brunson outside. Oh, Brunson with the triple.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Poke loose. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Westbrook against Tucker. To the paint. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Westbrook against Brunson. And the basket by Westbrook.
Well, the aggressive play on the interior paying off for Russell Westbrook right now. He is always able to score on the inside. The explosive hops makes it easier.
Outside Achua. Pass to McCourty. Rebounded by Denver. Now Westbrook. And that one's good. Now just a 1-point New York lead.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Achua with a screen. Here's Brunson outside. Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Achua with a screen on Westbrook. And here's Brunson from the arc.
2 minutes remaining.
And it's Jordan with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. Saric, and he banks in the layup. Saric has got his second bucket on the night.
Well, you love seeing this, guys. When Saric is attacking those openings, he is such a dangerous offensive threat.
Brunson taking his time here. Look at Brunson with the soft touch. The Nuggets trail. Westbrook outside. And he lays it up and in. Westbrook's got 8.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Oh, Jordan with the block.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Westbrook against Brunson. Takes a 3.
Boy, the ground Russell Westbrook can cover. It's incredible. The speed, the wingspan, breathtaking. What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Westbrook can't hit.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Brunson passes to Tucker. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And here's Brunson from the arc, kept alive. The Nuggets have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Jordan with a screen on Tucker. Here's Porter going inside. The Knicks with the rebound. And here's Brunson from outside the arc. And it's Brunson again missing. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. New York out in front. They lead. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Denver's shooting 55% for the game so far. On the floor for New York, Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Small forward. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
Here's Bridges. It's Hart on the wing. Back to Bridges. 5 on the clock. And he's going for the lob.
Well, this is what makes Towns so dangerous. Pick and roll, pick and pop. He can take you either way off that screen.
Murray against Bridges. Here's Brown. Back to Murray. The 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
I call Jamal Murray a scoring guard. He's on this team to provide points, and he's certainly doing that tonight.
Towns on a screen. Bridges passes to Towns. Gordon with a steal. Back come the Nuggets on the run.
Blocking foul called.
Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time. And he'll shoot free throws. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Bridges outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 3.
How about the range from Mikal Bridges? Not intimidated by the extra distance.
Murray, no good on the shot. Nice D from Bridges. Well, the Knicks shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Anunoby can't get it to go. And here's Denver. Here's Brown. Yep, that one's good.
Yeah, they want this to be a transition game. It's where they've been most effective.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Murray with it. With the drive. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Three-pointer Bridges. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Pass to Brown. Jokic with it. Jacks up a 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Knicks with the lead. Bridges outside. And it's Bridges with the chance.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Bridges against Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And this is why they go to Murray in critical spots of the game. He just knows how to come through. Ooh.
Here's Towns. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. To the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
Here's Brown. We've got 1:13 left in the game. They kick it out to Murray. Jokic with a screen on Bridges. Murray. And counted. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
And we know Murray can get it done in these big moments. I mean, he can be just fearless.
Now here's Bridges. On the take. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. To the paint. Robinson. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
To tie it up. Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 2-point game. Towns outside. Launches it from deep. No good there. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaFleur.
It's the and checking out Minnesota's opening line. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark. And he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night. Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Randle. No good on the 3. To the inside. Gordon, the pass to Watson. Murray with it. Now defended by Randle. From deep, Jokic. Rebound, Minnesota. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Minnesota. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now here's Gobert. Randle finds Gobert. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Edwards, hooked away and stolen by Watson.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Gobert dishes to McDaniels. Back to Gobert and stolen by Gordon. Pass to Watson. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And here's Jokic, defended by Gobert. The Nuggets with another miss. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history. Dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals. One of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Denver able to drain the 3. Edwards a screen on Murray. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. McDaniels finds DiVincenzo for 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Watson's shot is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Edwards. They get it back. Pass to McDaniels. Randle outside. McDaniels sets a screen for Randle. Carries it from 3-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now Jokic. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Right now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to be more offensive. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. So it's the Timberwolves now, after the Nuggets pick up 2. DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. DiVincenzo finds McDaniel. Offline with his three. Denver in the lead. Brown the pass to Gordon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. The three-pointer no good. Here's McDaniels. It's tipped. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Denver on top. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nuggets.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
On the court for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. 21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Now here's Randle. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randle with a screen for DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And the best scorers, like Murray, they believe every shot they take is going in, no matter how deep they are on the floor.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Edwards a screen on Murray. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Murray, good.
And there's an aggression to Murray's game, willing to battle there for the bucket.
Timberwolves trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got that one up quick. DiVincenzo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Jokic with the screen on Edwards. And Murray, here we go. And here's Jokic outside. DiVincenzo with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Brown. Sinks that one from the post. Brown's got 10.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Edwards. Misses the 3.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Randall from outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Murray the pass to Brown. Jokic with the screen on DiVincenzo. Brown's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 5. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Randall's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the Canadian getting up. Murray hammers that one home.
DiVincenzo against Murray. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Murray. Back to McDaniel. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Randall no good. The Nuggets leading by 4. If the drive, Brown the pass to Gordon. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's the kind of aggression they want to see from Gordon. Force the issue. Make the D think twice about how they're going to guard you.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Murray. Left side, Edwards. Outside for Randall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Nice game. Great performance by Donte DiVincenzo.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We've got Russell Westbrook. Michael Porter's out there with Sharch. Then it's Jordan. And it's Strawther in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
3.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. 7-point differential. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Randall kicks to Gobert. Back to Edwards. A second chance effort. Connects. The jumper drops. Edwards got 5.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Ingles passes to Reed. Miller surveying the floor. Pass to Ingles. Alexander Walker with the ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Sweet move. Westbrook. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Ingles passes to Reed. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Nuggets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. The kick out to Porter. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Porter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Fires the 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. That's tipped.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Reed.
2 minutes.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Alexander Walker passes to Miller. And Reed has it in the corner. The Timberwolves again can hit.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, that would be a long list, but the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And the wide open shot from Reed. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Strother, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Porter with the steal. Out left to the wing. Denver passing it around.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Minot can't get it to go. Denver leading by 9. To the middle. The shot by Sharch, no good.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Alexander Walker, another miss by Minnesota. Denver's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Porter outside, unable to get that one. Porter with the steal. Fires the 3, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with the 9 points. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. A little better. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. From downtown, look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
I love how competitive Edwards is. He relishes getting revenge like this.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. The shake. Here he goes. And it's good on the way in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's McDaniels. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. On the wing, Gordon. A three ball. The rebound by Edwards. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. McDaniels gets a wide open look from beyond the arc and then some. McDaniels got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Murray. Randall with some nice D.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Edwards. Rebound by the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. In the corner, Murray with it. Pass to Brown. From the arc. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Edwards can't hit.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Knocks down the three ball.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Watson's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 11. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep, Jokic. And Jokic is good on the three.
Not always a huge part of Jokic's game, but the three-point shot, he's becoming more comfortable taking it.
Randall dishes to McDaniels. Back to Randall. McDaniels sets a screen for Randall. Clock at 6. Takes the three. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
Lets it go with the three. And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Minnesota with it. And here's Edwards from the arc. Not going to go that time. 6 seconds separating the shot game clocks. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
First team. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Gobert against Jokic. On pass to Gordon. Jokic finds Gordon. Back to Jokic. Lets the three fly.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Rudy Gobert.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A confident win and one worth. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony.